weekend, everyone. This is Jenny from Cricklewood Crossing. You have joined me on Saturday the 17th of July, and I thought I would do a really quick video on some of the things that I'm working on and some of the projects that I have planned. So on Saturdays, everyone knows that I normally go out with my daughter for lunch, and we always seem to go to the same place that we love. It's a family-owned wing shack place and we love going there. They're the best fries I've ever had, and we go every Saturday. So we're going today, but after we go there, we're going to head up to one of my favorite LNSs, which is Craft Centre of Fine Stitchery. I need to get some floss. I've been working on a couple of projects, and I've been using like hand-dyed floss or over-dyed floss, and one of them's got a flower in it, and I kind of want a Pacific color. And when I was away at StitchCon, I had people get me onto Weeks dye works. I've never used Weeks. I've always used Classic Color Works, and I've really liked them, but I got onto Weeks and I started these two projects on Weeks, and I just want to grab a bunch of them. Will that be the only thing that I buy? I'm not sure, maybe. Maybe not. I might pick up, and I have been trying not to buy much patterns, except for when I went away for special, like, you know, StitchCon and special circumstances. But there's a couple of things that I might look at getting some fabric for. I might get a couple of pieces of fabric. I've been interested in some 25 count, so I can do 1/1. But so that's what my plans are for today, and I always look forward to it, because sometimes we just stop off at a second-hand shop on the way home. So we'll see what I might pick up, or if I pick up anything. I've been trying to be really good, because I have some big events coming at the end of the year that I'm looking forward to going to. Anyway, also in some of my questions in my previous videos, people have heard me say that in the morning I normally have a smoothie, and I do that every morning, every morning. Mostly every morning, unless I've run out of something, and then I'll have some, you know, coconut yogurt and stuff like that. But they wanted to know what smoothie I normally do, and mine's really boring. It's basically nearly the same one every time, unless I've got extra strawberries or something. I might do a strawberry one, but mine is basically, and I'll show you what it looks like. It doesn't look very appetizing, but it's absolutely delicious. This is my smoothie in the morning. I normally put organic baby spinach and organic banana. I normally put cacao powder, and this is the item in it that makes it so yummy. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever bought this, but it's from Costco, and it's called Kirkland's Mixed Nut Butter. Now, this has got almonds, cashews, pumpkin seeds, chia seeds, and flax seeds. And it tastes so delicious. Sometimes I just might have it on my sourdough bread, but I put a big scoop of that for the protein in my smoothie in the morning. And it's funny, because when I lived in Australia, one of our friends, I used to take it maybe early morning when I went to church, and he used to say it looked like my car engine oil. He used to tease me about it, but it is delicious. And so that's what my morning smoothie consists of, and it's basically the same thing every morning. The nuts and the cacao powder give me that little bit of protein energy boost that I need in the morning. So if you're interested, that's what I normally do. But you need to look at this, because I replace this instead of peanut butter, because peanuts are really not the best for you. And so I use this mixed nut butter from Costco. Anyway, so that's my little, what do you say? I can't think what I'm saying. My little normal routine in the morning. But now I'll just get on and show you what I've been working on. I've actually been doing a lot of stitching, and just things for myself, not for, sorry, I've got an itchy nose, not for like my shop or anything like that. So I've just been sitting down. I was going through and sorting through after StitchCon. Oh, I'm going to sneeze, excuse me. I've been outside on the patio with the cat, and it's like my nose. And anyway, so, I'm going to sneeze, excuse me. Anyway, I was going through a lot of my patterns and my fabric that I had after I was, you know, sorting through things after StitchCon, and I have this big plastic thing that has manila folders, and I've labelled them and put, you know, patriotic and Christmas and seasonal and garden and sheep and Cold in the Garden, Plum Street samplers. And I've labelled them all, and that's where I've kept my patterns. But then I have like a little box that I put the ones that I've got fabric to match with them, and I will show you some of the ones that I'm going to be working on soon. My whip pile consists of really 4 things, and that's it. I know some people have 20, 30, 40, but I have 4 things that I've been working on. The 2 things I showed you in my last video were my 2 patriotic ones, which was the house with the flag and the eagle, and the other one was the Merrily Beams Pride Your Liberty sampler. I haven't done anything on them because as I was going through, I saw these 2 from Prairie Schooler. As I was going through my patterns, I saw these 2 Prairie Schoolers, and I've had the fabric for them for ages, and I looked at them and I thought, oh, I just want to do these. These are so cute. So I've been a little bit obsessed this last couple of weeks working on these 2, and so I need to go get some more floss. I haven't been doing what the pattern says, which a lot of them have been DMC for it, but I've just been using overdyed floss that I had instead of buying the ones that they called for. But there's a couple of colours on the patterns that I don't have close enough colour that I want for it, which is like a flower. But so yes, I've got 4 whips in the progress. I've got 2 Prairie Schoolers and the 2 patriotic, and I'm just going to work through them over a period of time. You know that I don't like having a whole bunch. I have got more that I've already started prior in bags, like in my my project bags, but after I finish these 4, I'm going to go work on some of them. I've got a really cute harvest pumpkin one and stuff like that, but these ones kind of stole my liking at the moment. So the 2 that, if you follow me on Instagram, you have probably noticed that I have, sorry about for the crunching, but I have been working on these, and I just love, for some reason, the sampler ones from Prairie Schooler, that are they look so elegant. And I guess when I saw them, I had gone up to Craft Centre and Fine Stitchery, and I had seen the model up on the wall of this Christmas one, and I asked them what the fabric was. So I don't think, because I don't even know what the fabric was at the time when I bought it, because about a year or so ago. And so they matched me with the fabric that they had on the wall, and so I'm actually going to go back today and get a few more pieces of, if I can, of that same fabric to finish the other 2 Christmas ones that are on this pattern. So it's Prairie Schooler, book number 73, Christmas Samplers 2. Oops. So these are the 3 projects, and they're just so beautiful. So I'm actually working on this one, the Christmas greeting one, but I really do like the other 2, and I'm going to see if I can get the fabric today when we go up there to match the other 2. And if not, I'll see if I can get them to order it in for me. But I really love this, and I just, when you don't realise, when you're stitching this one, it looks so elegant when you're working on it. And so this is, whoops, let me put something behind it. This is what I've done on the pattern. So I've done mass greetings and a little bit of a leaf down the bottom. So I'm going to head downwards and do the house and everything that's on the pattern. And this is my little, I just love this little needle minder from my shop. It's a little vintage Santa. I just love old world Santas. And so I will probably do the Santa one here on this side next, and then I'll do the angels in the middle. But I'm going to work my way down and do the little house first, and then I'll go back up and finish the top part. I just wanted some different colour in it. So I kind of need to look at some of the golds, and I'm going to look at some Weeks Dye Works golding colours in it today when I go. So I have just loved working on this, and the fabric, whatever that was, and I will find out today and I'll let you know next time, is just so beautiful. Now, why I like it, it's funny because I know a lot of people might like really flimsy fabric, but I kind of like one that's got a little bit more stiffness in it, and this is stiffer but not a huge amount, and I just really like it. And I was using a lot of Q-snaps, and I've still used them, but I've gone to really this size hoop. It's the Morgan hoop, and I got it from Hobby Lobby, and it was like $12 for this size. And I think it is, I'm not sure if it's 7 inches by 7. Now it's fine for a small project, but if you've got a bigger project, it's probably not going to help. But I really like them, and I told you before that it was leaving some marks on my fabric. But as you can tell at the back, I twilled every single, like I went the other day and bought another one this size, for the other one of these that I'm working on, the Prairie Schooler, and I twirled it as well. And when you twirl it, it does the fabric fine. So I've done them on all my hoops, and I really like these Morgan hoops because they're really like secure, like, you know, drum tight, and I just like the size of this hoop. This one's just really nice to have in my hand. When I'm sitting, oh, I was going to show you. When I'm sitting, I'll show you in a minute. When I'm sitting on my couch, and I just got this new lamp that I got from Amazon, and I'll try and find out what it is in a minute. I know it's Brightech. I think it's called Brightech. I can't show you. I can't even look it up because my phone, I'm videoing with my phone. But I will put it down below what the light that I use, and I really like it a lot. Maria, when I was away at StitchCon, let me borrow hers, and I bought one, and it was under $40, and I really love it. You can have, I'll show you in a minute. You can have a hard base, or you can put it in, and it's got a, or you can have a clip one, and I clip it onto the side of my couch, and it's just fantastic. And I had this one that used to hang around my neck, and it used to hurt the back of my neck sometimes. So I really like this. And when I was sitting there with my Q-snaps, some of the bigger Q-snaps that I had, my hands would ache because of I have a muscle and joint problem. So my wrist would ache, but this size hoop doesn't even affect it at all, and I really like it. And I do have a couple of bigger ones which they don't really affect anyway, because where I'm sitting, the side of the hoop can sit on. Our couch is 2 recliners, and it's got a little place where you put cups in the middle. That's where I click the lamp onto. And also, you know, the hoop can sit up against, like the bigger hoops can sit up against it. But I really love these if you're looking for a really strong, good hoop to work with. But you definitely need to twirl them, especially if the fabric is kind of softer. This fabric doesn't really bother it, but the thinner fabric, it might distort the fabric a little bit if you don't twirl it. But I really like them. So this is the like I said, this is the Prairie Schooler number 73, the Christmas greetings that I'm working on, and that's one of the first ones that I've got a little bit obsessed with in the last couple of weeks. The other one that I just started this week as well, as I was going through, I was like, I'm gonna find this other one. What did I do with it? Actually, what I'm remembering, let me go get, and I can see if I can find that other one at the same time. Let me go get the light, and I'll show you the light. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. I thought I'd grab 2 things to show you. So while I'm remembering, let me just show you this magnifying lamp that I got. I will put the description of it in the drop box below. But this is what I was using at StitchCon, and I absolutely loved it. $40, really cheap. And I came home. It has it in 2 colors. It has it, excuse me, in black, and it has it in white. And I got the black one. I normally get white. I got white and all the other ones that I got. But see how it's got this, and it's really tight and really strong. It's like a clip that you can clip it on, and it fits perfectly on. I put it like this on the side of my thing. You can twist it, you can bend it, you can do whatever you want with it, and it fits perfectly right in front of me. So you can have that, or you can take it off and like screw it off, and it does come, and it's really heavy with this base. So if you just wanted to have it as a base as well, and it's got the little area where you can actually unscrew it from here and put it in here. And so I actually bought it mainly because I have some other lamps that I can have when I'm on my table. I actually bought it so I can have it next to my it's in my stitching area in the living room. So really bright. Now if I turn this on, I don't know. Oh, that was a bit silly. I haven't got it plugged in. Oh, that's funny. No, you can't see how bright it is because it's plugged in, and I'm not unplugging it because it's behind the couch. But it's really bright. As you can see, it's kind of like landing lights on it. See this? Don't get too close to that. You might see my wrinkle. But it's a really good lamp, and I recommend it highly if you want something for your little stitching area. So that I will get that out of the road. And then we'll go from what I was talking about before. So the other one that I had looked at the Christmas, and I've been working on the Christmas one, and I had loved it so much. And I knew I had these other 2 in my stash. And I picked up one. I thought, well, you know what, summertime, I'm going to work on it. So the other one was Summer Samplers. So it's called Summer Samplers. What number is it? 77. So I really like the whole 3 of these, and I struggled to decide which one I wanted to stitch on this one. I even asked my daughter, and we both come up with the same one. Oh, my nose is so itchy. And I was going to do this one over here, which says, "Tend your garden with love and care, there will be enough to share." I really love that one. The other one was, "Good huswives in summer will save their own seeds against the next year as occasion needs. One seed for another to make an exchange with fellowy neighbour seemeth to not strange." That's a little bit difficult to read. But anyway, but the middle one, I really like the sentiment. It said, "The sun shines upon all alike." And it had the lettering the same as the Christmas one. So I've started the middle one, the summer one here. And I'll show you what I've done so far, but I'm going to definitely do the whole 3 of them, but I'm going to definitely do this one here next, since we had an organic farm in Australia, and that can remind me of it. I always like stitching things that remind me of it. And so this is what I have done on that little one. Same hoop, same size, same fabric, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and go back today to find some more of the fabric the same, because I really like them for this. So I've done some. I've done some on it. And it just, oh, the Weeks Dye Works just stitches up beautiful on the fabric. And so, was that the one? Yeah, that's the one. So that's what I've done on that one. So I'm gonna go up this time instead of down, because I want to get, see this like pinky, like it's a salmon-y pinky color. I'm not a real pink person. I might have a little look to see what, you know, what comes up with that, but I'm going to definitely look at that color around that when I go get some Weeks Dye Works today. So that's the second one. So they're my four whips that I have been working on. Let me just put this one. And I probably won't work on any more until I get them finished. You know what I'm like. So yeah, I've been really enjoying the Prairie Schooler. And I said that I had 3. I'm sitting funny because I'm sitting on this stool and it's gave me pins and needles in my leg just a second ago. Let me just sit differently on this stool. Oh, that's funny. I've got to find a different stitching spot. But I've had people say they like seeing my plants behind my head. Anyway, so if I turn it a little bit, what if I go this way and turn you? There we go. That might be a bit better. Anyway, so the other one that I got of those was the autumn samplers, and I don't know if they have a spring sampler or whatever. I'm going to check when I go today as well. But I got this from the Craft Centre Fine Stitchery like over a year or more ago, and this is number 66, the Prairie School, and it was the autumn samplers. Now I'm going to look for some fabric to do one of these, and the one that I'm going to do again is with the lettering. I really like this Thanksgiving one. I'll probably do this one second and this one third. I'm not sure about this moon. I really like the rest of it, but I'm not sure about that moon thing there. I might replace it, or I might just do a different color. Maybe the blue is kind of put me off a bit, but I just love these. They're a perfect size for our little apartment. So that's the autumn one. I'm going to look to see if they've got a spring one. I don't know if they do, and I'm going to get some fabric to work on some of these to just have in my stash. Now, I'm not the type of person to have a lot of fabric just lying around, like money that I've spent. I like having a project, working on it and get it out of the road. When I want to work on another one, get the fabric for it and work at a road, get it out of the road. But I had dyed a few pieces for myself a couple of years ago, and I think I posted it on my Instagram a long time ago. And I have got some projects that I have them, so that didn't cost me much at all. But I also have a few that I want to work on and just go through like that. So this is the other autumn one. I'll let you know how I go with the spring one and what else. The other piece of fabric that I want to check for a pattern that I want to have just in my stash ready is this, and it's a Cricket collection, number 158. It's called Sam's in Stripes. Now, I love my patriotic, and I just love this Sam's in Stripes. I'm going to do this middle one, of course, right here. And I'm going to find some type of fabric that can match with that today when I go up to Craft Centre Fine Stitchery. So I'm going to take that with me, so I better not put it away. Yeah, so I was saying that I really like, I've got my little floss thing, but I really like the Weeks Dye Works. I like the feel of it. It's not so dry, I guess, if that's what you say. Can you say that's not so dry? So I'm going to try and get some more of those to work on the Prairie Schooler samplers. Anyway, Also, when I was going through, I'm doing a ornament exchange with our stitching misfits from StitchCon, and I've been looking through some of my books and that to find a little ornament, and I found one. But as I was looking through some of these books, and you've probably seen them before, the Better Homes and Gardens Cross Stitch Christmas, I was like, there are so many cute ones in there that I would like to do in these books that I thought, I've got patterns to last me a lifetime. But I saw this one, and you know how I love my Santas, and I found this piece of fabric that I had that was in a, what do you call it, a kit, like a dimension kit at my second-hand shop, and I got it for like $1.50. It had the fabric, and it had fabric, and it had, but it wasn't just Ada, it had this piece of fabric I'm going to show you, and it had the floss, but there was no pattern. And it was some zebras or zebras, what do we say? Some zebras or zebras. That was the kit for it. But the fabric, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. So I actually stole it, and I'm going to use it for this little Santa that I found in one of these books. I have no idea what it is. It's like, oops, what can I put behind it? It's like a really light green, if anyone knows it. I don't know if it's, I'll have a check. I haven't counted. I don't know if it's if it's 32 count or if it's 28 count. Perfect size and perfect color for me to use. So I don't even have to buy anything, except maybe some of the floss, for this Santa that I got in Better Homes and Gardens Cross Stitch Christmas. It's called what's it called? Handmade Heirlooms. And I just thought he was divine. Look at that little cute little Santa. Can you see him? I can't see him if I'm going to show you. So this little Santa, I just love him. I thought he was so cute, skinny, and just different than a lot of Santas. I just thought he was so like cute and elegant that I am going to do it on this. So I might take this along with me, or I might photocopy it and get some of the floss, like hand-dyed floss, for this little fellow as well on this fabric. So that's one of my goals right there. All right, just a few other little things. I have been buying, you know, I make my project bags for my little business, and every now and then I'll post on my Instagrams the ones that are in my shop, and I always have such a wonderful response from my customers about that buy from me, and I am very grateful for that, because I lost my job during COVID period, and I have just been home just doing this little Etsy shop, and it's been helping with the bills and doing fun things when I want to go away. And so I'm very grateful for those that do continue to purchase from me, from the bottom of my heart. So, but when I go out, and sometimes I might go to Joann's, or I might go to Hobby Lobby, or I might go to, we have lots of quilting shops here in Utah. And so if I see some fabric that I've never had before, or made some bags from, I pick them up, and I always pick up a yard or something, and I found these ones. And so I'm getting a little pile together of the next couple of months in fall and Christmas. And I found these two that will be coming in my shop soon, and I just thought they go wonderful together. I have never done any nutcracker fabric, and I just thought how cute that is going to be. So I'm going to him to do some nutcrackers, and I'm also going to use this red for this darling little snowman one as well. So there's just some more fabric that will be coming into my Etsy shop, made into bags, in the next few months. I haven't been buying a lot of fabric because I do have a bit of stash that I want to use up, and so that's that. Every now and then I'll just see one and I'll think I'll buy a yard of that, and we'll go from there. So that's all I've really purchased. But I wanted to show you the patterns that I do have that have fabric in them. I don't have floss. Sometimes I'll just go to DMC, or sometimes I'll just use up the floss, the hand-dyed or over-dyed floss that I have. But I have kind of a stack that have got all the fabric already there. So that's why I'm only going to buy the fabric for my Uncle Sam's and my autumn sampler, and just going to see if I can just finish up what I got here. So this is one of the ones that I have, which I really like. It's called the Library. Now, I used to work in a library, and I loved it, and I'm a very big book person, and so I thought I like doing things that represent my life, so I thought I'll do this one. It's the little house needleworks for the library, and I do have a piece of Picture This Plus ale that I got that I'm going to do it on. So I wouldn't say it's fully kitted up because I don't have the floss, but like I said, I don't just collect floss and put it in there. I just use what I got, and then if I run out of something, I have 1, 2, 3 Stitch just up the road for a little while before they move to Texas. And I have some really great 3 different great cross-stitching shops in our area anyway. So that's one of the ones I've got with some fabric for. I showed you this, and this was a piece of fabric that I coloured myself, but I really like this. I got this pattern really cheap from my secondhand shop, which was Lizzie Kate, A Time for God. And this was a piece of fabric that I hand dyed myself, so I'm going to use that. I think it would, the colours of the lettering will work perfectly on that. The other one that I do have fabric for, and I do have the floss in this, I just noticed as well. It came as a kit, so there's the floss and then the fabric. I forgot that I have the floss in there, so that will help with that one a lot. I don't have to worry about that, but I really like this one as well, which was the ABC needlework ABCs from Little House Needleworks. So I've got the fabric in that one. I showed you in my last video that I keep on taking the fabric out of this one and replacing it. Well, I replaced it when I went to StitchCon again, but it was Friends of the Heart. This was the pattern. I didn't show you that. I don't think I showed you the pattern last time. I might have, but I keep on replacing the fabric and keep on using it, but I'm not going to take it out of this one because I've got lots of projects to work on. But this was by XU Designs, beige grey. So that's the one that I picked up to have in that one. So basically, like I said, I just pick up the patterns that I like and I put the fabric and then go with the floss. I also showed you in my last video that I got the fabric for both of these patterns from Cottage Garden Samplings. These 2 bird ones, that one of them I'm going to do with Diana, and then I did buy the grey fabric to do both of them. So that's why they're together there. I was going through eBay one day, which is not good, this could be deadly, and I found this pattern, and I just loved it. I love my snowmen, and what I did is I found, when I was away, a piece of fabric to go with it. Now this has got it on like a really bright green, but I'm just going to do, I like more muted colours, but I got it from Fibre on a Whim Espresso, and it's Cricklewood Collection 154, A Well-Dressed Man. How cute is he? So I've got the fabric for that one. Now I do have the fabric for this one. This one was, I don't even know what it was. Don't even say what it was. I got it from Craft Centre Fine Stitchery, and it was only a little tiny, it cost me like $6, a little tiny bit of green, and I really can't show you the pattern, but it's really a really cute. I'm going to quickly flip it. I got it from one of my books, one of my hardcover books, and I'm just going to flip it and just show you. It's got bees, beehives, and an alphabet. And so I bought the piece of fabric to do that. I really thought that was cute. The other one that I did, this was a piece of fabric that I hand dyed myself a long time ago, and it's just been sitting there, and I had this pattern, and I think I'm going to do this on this fabric. It was another cricket collection. You can tell I like cricket collection, don't you? Number 161, Be Ye Thankful. And they have that on like a fawny colour, but this one I'm going to do it on this colour that I hand dyed myself, and I think it was just even weave, a white even weave that I used. But it's kind of, it looks kind of, probably looks purple there, but it's actually a really pretty grey. And I'm going to do this Be Ye Thankful on that one. So these are all the fabrics that I have and things that I'm going to work on that I'm not going to buy much. So I'm not going to buy much more. How do we always say that, but we never do we? And I showed you this one before, American folk art. So I like a lot of folk art. I used to teach folk art painting many years ago. I had classes back in Australia and they did really well, and so I really liked the folk artsy look. But this was at Boyd Designs. It was called American Folk Art, and this reminds me very much of Vermont where we were married. And I did pick up the green. Actually, this was a piece that I coloured myself. Oh no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. I got that from Craft Centre as well. I thought it looked like a piece of even weave. But it's got a green tinge to it, which will be perfect for this pattern because the whole background's green and I won't have to stitch it. I've been a bit lazy, but I really like that. So we'll see that. Now I've had this one for ages, and a follower of mine told me that she had stitched it and there was a few errors, and she had circled some of the errors, which was in one of the hardcover books. But I really liked this little alphabet sampler. I don't even know what it's called. Let me just check. It's called Colonial Sampler. That's probably why I like it. I like the look of it. I don't know what colours I'm going to do it yet, but I might even do it in red lettering. And I can look it up for you later if anyone's interested to know what that one is. But I really like it. There's a couple of little mistakes, and I can send you the mistakes along. But I did get a piece of, I don't even know what it is, 28 count something. And so that's the colour that I'm going to do it on. I think it'll look pretty. And might even change the lettering to red and do my own little thing. I always kind of do my own little thing. So that's another piece of fabric in a project that I'm got there to start whenever I want to. And I've got a couple more. Hyacinth. It's got the charms, dash away all. And it's got this fabric to go with it. And it's got the charms to go with it, which was really cute. It's called Dash Away All, and it's the reindeers. Rudolph, Prancer, da-da-da-da-da. And so that's the fabric I got for that one. Now this one is supposed to be a cushion, and I'm going to stitch it, and I don't know if I'm going to stitch it as a cushion or just as a piece. And I've bought just a plain piece of Jobelan, 28 count Jobelan ivory. So that's what the looks like. But it was in the book, it was supposed to be like a tapestry, I think, but you know, a lot of these tapestry ones you can actually use to make just cross stitches. You can turn them into cross stitches. And it was called Hens and Chicks in one of my hardcover books. And I just really thought it was adorable. And so one day I'll get to it. So I'm not sure if I'm going to make that into a pillow or just do the chicks and the hen and the wire in a different colour on the cream background. But I've had that piece of fabric in there for a while, and I really like that little chickens. And the last one that I've got fabric for, and I got there the Stony Creek one for 75 cents from a DI, which was a Christmas one. I just want to do this one down the bottom, this big large one. Now it's got some really cute little patterns in all of it. This mouse one next to the Christmas ball is adorable. But I really liked this. I'm not going to put our name on the bottom, see here, but I really like the house, the sleigh and the snowman. And on the back it's got it's kind of got a cute Santa, if you like that as well, and just a snowman. Don't necessarily like some of the others myself, but I got it specifically for that house, the row of houses, and I got it to do it on Craft Centre. It doesn't tell me what type. Oh yes it is, it's 28 count Confederate grey. And so I'm going to do this one here with the houses and the sleigh, the really beautiful Christmas without the writing, on that Confederate grey. So they are all the pieces of fabric and patterns that I have ready to go, unless I find some more today. Which I'm hoping not to. I'm hoping just to buy a lot of floss. Weeks Diet Works floss. That's what I'm hoping to do. So we'll see how it goes. Now the only other thing I have is I've got a little bit of a giveaway for everyone. I don't normally, depends on what brand it is. Some brands I keep the patterns and, you know, just have them for myself. But some I just like give away because I know I'm never going to stitch them again or whatever. So I have 3 prizes that I'm going to have in a giveaway. So you need to be a subscriber, and I would really like if you could like the video. And what you need to just put in your little comments is patriotic. So because both of these are patriotic, but the third little gift, just say patriotic, and you can go in for the whole 3 of them if you would like, or you can kind of pick and choose if you want, but it's up to you. So just put patriotic in your comments, like the video, and you have to be a subscriber. You know all the rules, so I'm not going to go through with them. Now, when I was away at StitchCon, I had a StitchCon start, and I finished it when I came back, and I had showed everyone. I haven't made it into a cushion or anything yet, which was this little pattern here. Sorry, it was in a little plastic bag ready to stitch up. And so it's from Cross Stitch EU on Etsy if you want to, but it's Piccola Paragon Designs. So that's what I'm going to be giving away, is this pattern if you would like it. So that's the first one. The second one that I just finished recently as well was a Trees of Kogut pattern, which was called This Land. Let me just show you. That's in there ready to go to a framer, or if I do something with it myself. So this is what I finished as well. And I'm going to give away the pattern Trees of Kogut This Land. It was a cute one to stitch up, that's for sure. And I really enjoyed both of them. So they are the 2 patterns that I'm going to give away today. Like I said, be a subscriber please, like the video, and just put patriotic in the comments when you comment. Also, the third little thing that I'm going to give away is a pair of my newly released to my shop floss tags, or floss holders, or whatever you call them. I love these. I use these quite a lot now on my own projects. As you can see, I've got one with my floss hanging on here. So I'm going to give you 2 away in a set. It comes with I Love Cross Stitching, and the other one is Cross Stitching is My Happy Place. Both of these come in one set, so you'll win both in the comments. So the 3 prizes are the 2 patterns, Trees of Kogut, This Land, the American flag, and then these 2 floss tags. Well, I hope you win. It's been great with talking with you this weekend. It's getting close for us to go and have some lunch together. So I'll clean up this little area, and hoping that I'll see you in the next video. Have a great weekend, guys. Bye.